Okay, take three. Welcome to Critical Weight Theory. Today I'm looking at a rare crossover in heavy music, a track that sits at the intersection of Ozzy Osbourne, Motörhead, and the world of the Hellraiser horror film franchise. You know, the one with Pinhead and the chains that shoot down from the sky and tear people's souls and their bodies apart, with gore galore. The song is Hellraiser. It has two versions, two attitudes, and one wild origin story. Well, maybe the origin story isn't actually that wild, but the musicians who crafted it were definitely on the wild side. And in honor of Ozzy Osbourne and Lemmy Kilmister, I'm getting out of my mind on beer. Well, okay, it's ginger beer, non alcoholic ginger beer, because I don't drink alcohol and I don't do drugs. So, really, ginger beer is about the best I can do for this episode. Not to say I've never had any wild moments in my life, but we're not getting into that. That's not what this episode's about. The seed for Hellraiser, the song, was planted during a jam session between Ozzy Osbourne, Zakk Wylde, and Lemmy Kilmister. Ozzy was working on what would become the 1991 album No More Tears, and he brought Lemmy in to help with the lyrics. And help he did. According to Ozzy, Lemmy wrote the lyrics for Hellraiser, Desire, and I Don't Want to Change the World in about 10 minutes each. No fuss, no hesitation, just pure Lemmy songwriter wizardry. He also co-wrote Mama, I'm Coming Home, which I actually, oddly enough, didn't know until I researched this episode. And that doesn't sound like the type of song that Lemmy Kilmister would write. But I guess it shows you that I'm not the most knowledgeable metal fan out there. So let's start with Ozzy's version. Released on No More Tears, it carries the shiny, muscular hard rock sound that defined the rest of the record. Zakk Wylde's guitar work cuts through the mix, and the production by John Purdell and Dwayne Barron makes everything hit with a polished weight. It was the third single from the album and reached number 12 on Billboard's mainstream rock chart, and the song built on raw tension. Now shift to Motörhead. Their version came out in 1992 on March or Die, that album. Same lyrics, detectably different attitude. Motörhead took the song, pushed the tempo, roughed up the edges, and gave it a familiar bite. Lemmy's vocals changed the mood significantly. Where Ozzy sounds brooding, Lemmy sounds ready for revenge, and he sounds like he's genuinely going to rough things up for somebody. You know, if you're on Lemmy's bad side, you're going to get a bruise or two. And their version was released as a single and quickly became a live staple. The music video for the Motorhead cut is sort of chaotic. It shows the band playing, interrupted by scenes from the film Hellraiser 3, and Pinhead himself is apparently in the audience watching the band. And it's gritty, loud, and unmistakably Motorhead. The story doesn't end there, though. In 2021, a posthumous duet video released after the death of Lemmy Kilmister that was directed by Mark Zumsky and Gina Nisbadjani, I believe that's how it's pronounced. But anyway, that video blended Ozzy's and Lemmy's vocals into one track, and it really does a great job of highlighting both of them. It's a tribute to their long friendship and their strange, efficient working style. These were two giants who respected each other and pushed each other creatively. Hellraiser is a perfect example of how a single song can carry two identities. Ozzy's take lives in the world of polished early 90s metal. Motorhead's version sticks to the dirt and grit of their classic sound. Together, they show what happens when iconic voices collide. And go ahead and check the song out. Check out the multiple versions. And feel free to check out Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth, as it's called. and let me know if you enjoy that movie. I'm planning to do a review of it at some point myself, so it's a work in progress. It's on the back burner. So anyway, this was the, I guess, not so wild story of Hellraiser, but you do have one song, different versions, and a shared legacy between artists who shaped heavy music in their own ways. And thanks for listening. You might have heard me burp right there. I guess that's the party animal in me. Anyway, tune in next time for another chapter from the loud side of music history. Or maybe I'll do a movie review or a TV show review or talk about social issues or something. You never know what you're going to get on this dumb little show. So, anyway, it's just a reminder that these classic songs exist. Go ahead and check them out.